On June 3rd, that's this coming Tuesday, L.A. County voters will select a successor to termed-out 3rd District L.A. County Supervisor Zev Yaroslavsky. Among 8 candidates in the race, we've invited the candidates in the race to talk business ahead of the election, and our next candidate is Democrat Eric Preven, writer, producer, and consultant. Eric Preven, thanks for joining us, and as we've discussed with the other candidates here, making L.A. more business-friendly is one of the top issues. How would you go about doing that?
Well, Frank, I think it's very important that, we try to fight this runaway production idea with $1.5 billion in incentives coming from outside of California and Los Angeles. We have to do something. But I'm concerned that tagging ordinary taxpayers may not be the solution. And in fact, what we might need to do, and I've been talking about this with some of my friends at the studios, is encourage the studios to sort of step up in a good citizenship manner and try to split the difference between some of these incentives to bring the jobs back to Los Angeles and to the Valley.
Based on the latest LA BizFed survey, taxes and fees at the top of the list as far as business people are concerned nowadays on the concern list. How would you address both of those concerns?
Well, I think we need to ease off on some of the fees for production. It should be one-stop shopping and much more accessible. And for business taxes, if we continue to we have to hold the line, quite frankly, because otherwise we're going to see, like in this case with Sriracha, which is, that Irwindale plant that's considering going to Texas, and with many others, we're going to lose the Toyota program that has left Torrance. So I would favor holding the line and incentivizing businesses to stay wherever we can by making it simpler and more effective to do business here.
What would you do to cut the red tape and roll out the red carpet?
Well, thank you. The county, by the way, has a specialty in red tape. As a regular kind of board attendee, I've done a lot to kind of shine light and bring transparency to the county government. We have a $26 billion budget, as you know, so there's a lot of contracting that goes on, and we can do a lot to clean it up and make it more fair and a level playing field. Small businesses have not had a chance because of some of the larger companies that get into a position of strength and then roll and continue to roll with the help of lobbyists.
As far as the bigger picture is concerned, what would you do to pump up the local economy and improve the job picture out there?
Well, I think Marianne Williamson has done a great job with her kind of small business, and there are other, small business operators are going to be the people who put our residents to work. And so I think we have to stimulate that, and one way to do that is to hold the line on the kind of Wall Street angle. I like to consider myself the anti-corruption candidate here in the county supervisor race, and we cannot be incentivizing big groups like Goldman Sachs, which frankly owns American Golf Corporation, to get super-duper deals on managing, for example, our county golf courses, which most folks didn't know happened, and they got extensions on those contracts for 20 years without competitive bidding, and that's just not fair to the public.
As far as infrastructure is concerned, another big priority for business people locally, especially as it relates to traffic, what would you do about the traffic situation to improve it here in Southern California?
Well, I think in order to get people to use our public transportation system, we have to make it very, very good. One concern that I have is that large rail projects don't serve the short term and the folks who are actually using public transportation. So I'm in favor of revamping our bus service, which has been radically reduced over the last several years by about 40-50%. And I think that by smart bus lines, if you could get from, for example, Brentwood to Dodger Stadium, it takes about an hour and 45 minutes on a bad day. If you could do it in a bus in 45, I think people would use it. And I think we need to build things that work and incentivize people to get in and to the system and out of their cars.
Eric Preven, a candidate in the District 3 Supervisors race here in L.A. County, looking to succeed termed-out Supervisor Zev Yaroslavsky. Thank you very much for sharing your time with us here today in the KNX Business Hour.
Thank you, Frank. I love your show. It's a great opportunity to educate the public about business and finance.
Thank you very, very much. And the S&P 500.